Rob Watson here for Rob Watson Media. I think that's the channel I'm on at the moment. I've just recorded a whole 10-minute thing that I've just done, and I didn't have the microphone switched on, so it's one of those days. I kind of feeling a bit anxious at the moment. Nothing, there's a load of work I need to be doing and I can't focus. So I thought I'd record a video instead and get it out my system. No, I'm going to be heading off on a trip soon for a couple of weeks. And so I'm hoping to do some vlogging and some blogging and some photography and some sound recordings as I go around on that trip. It's a kind of cultural mission. I want to go to art galleries, nice coffee shops, vintage clothes shops, vintage camera shops, department stores, and not just in the cities, going out into the countryside as well. So it'd be nice to go out into the mountains and experience and soak up a culture which I know very little about other than what I've seen represented on television. And I'm not going to spoil the surprise of where that is, because I'm going to hopefully share some videos as we go along. I'm going to shoot some impromptu DIY video, which I'm not going to put much effort into editing or trimming and making. I'm not taking a drone with me. I'm not doing dolly shots. I'm not doing focus pull shifts, all that kind of stuff. It's just going to be kind of me getting my phone out my pocket and kind of shooting what's in front of us and kind of giving a running commentary for it. But I'm looking forward to it because I kind of feel as if I need a break. That's for one thing, but also a couple of weeks experience of a different culture which is measured and understood in different ways. So the main thing news I've got to kind of tell you about is the launch of Leicester Emergent Art Radio Lear, which is on DAB in both Leicester and Loughborough at the moment, and it might go on to other DAB platforms at some point in the future. Here's the QR code if you want to follow that'll take you to the website. You can follow on all of our social media, and the idea behind Radio Lear is it is an emergent art station, and it's at the moment it's populated largely with AI generated stuff, and it's kind of it's a platform that I'm just going to kind of build up slowly. So as people get more involved, we introduce more types of content, and at the moment it's kind of AI generated content. I want to move on to generator, and I've done some kind of music soundscapes, not music but soundscapes, and I want to move on into doing kind of speech based field recordings, artistic performances. I'm working with some artists, so for me it's an opportunity to build a platform which is accessible by not just about the arts. I'm not really interested in a platform which is about art but is an artistic proposition in itself. It's something which is an artistic expression in itself, and that we use the medium of radio as a way of curating, to use a terrible word, of sound experiences. So I don't have a plan. I've deliberately not been following other sound art projects as great as they are and as interested as I am, because I kind of wanted to establish something first of all which comes from what the capability and the capacity that I've got to put this in place, and then I'll start to make sense of it afterwards. One of the things I wrote in the license application with Ofcom, because it's an Ofcom regulated station, is that they ask who your audience is, and I say, well, I don't know. It's going to take 10 years to find an audience. What I would encourage people to do is to sign up to our Patreon, and that's managed by Decentered Media, which is the company I use to manage my kind of trade and manage my business things. Because I set up a Patreon ages ago, and there's a handling fee of 8% for each transaction, and on the new account that you set up with Patreon, it's 10%. So that 2% difference can make a difference. So at the moment it's being managed by, and I'll just transfer the money over, it's run by a CIC, which is Community Sounds and Stories CIC. So I'll be able to employ an accountant, and we'll put proper costings in for the service. So we're operating and we're trading now, and I'm really just trying to encourage people to kind of come and take part. And I kind of, it's been an interesting process of developing ideas. And I have to say thanks to Sam and John and Tina and family giving me kind of support and encouragement, or at least not putting me off, and Tor, and kind of just let me get on with it in a way, which has been quite nice. And now that it's set up, I kind of want to see what else we can do with it. And the main thing is it's really about trying to find and develop it as a platform for artists. It's all of the content at the moment is PRS free. None of it's PRS registered. And I'm not looking for it to add any content where we have to pay copyright fees, because it adds an enormous burden to the cost. It's just far too expensive to be able to set something up in this way, year after year after year. And but I am a believer that artists should be paid for their material, but we'll do that through trying to get funding for commissions, and any money that we bring in through Patreon, which supports the project, will be used to, one, keep the project afloat. You can't do anything without the platform. I mean, that a thing on an airplane where it drops the oxygen mask and they say put it on yourself first, so we get it we get Radio Lear set up, stabilized and operating, covering its basic costs, and then we can start to get I'm doing it I'm not getting paid for this. I'm doing it as a volunteer. I'm paying for it through my savings and income, my meagre income. And then what I want to do is then draw other people in who will make a contribution, and that will pay our license fees. It'll pay event hire, that kind of thing. So if you go to the website, which is radiolear.uk, and then you'll see that there's some podcasts that you can subscribe to and download, as your music mixes, which are licensed on the PRS Small Podcasters scheme. And then there's the live stream for the broadcast content, which you can listen to from anywhere via the site. I haven't done things like connecting it to the radio apps and players yet. That'll come. I'm not particularly that interested in that, to be honest with you. It's not what the service is about. But what I am interested in is thinking about kind of soundscapes and field recordings and performances and music that is kind of lent to the station to be played out as a space for encouraging to developing ideas. Now, I've got my own ideas, and it will be interesting to see how a future thinking, future forward looking model of engagement for radio can be taken up. So I'm kind of quite excited by all of this. It's taken me a while to get it in place. I'm not sure I explain it very well. I'm not really sure I'm a good salesperson for it, but it's certainly something that you wake up in the morning and you think, okay, what's the possibilities with this? What can we do with this? You're not bound by other people's expectations. And as I said in the application form, if it takes 10 years to get an audience, it takes 10 years, and I'm fine with that. So let's keep it rolling along. So I'm going to be looking out on my trip away. I'm going to be looking out for listening out for interesting things, looking out for things I can photograph, maybe doing some talks, and maybe bundle this in as I go along to develop some content which I can share on the station, as well as doing regular updates and feeds of variable quality and of interest. They're going to be quite random on this channel, so watch out, and you might. You might. I doubt it, but there might be something interesting. I don't know. Might have some nice pictures of cats or something like that. Anyway, have fun, and I'll speak to you soon.